Hi everyone, this is Dobler here. This is just a minor channel update. Recently I did made one, but since I wanted to do another showing of my face, which I haven't done it for quite some time, and first of all, the first thing business is that I'm back to health again. Yeah, after only a few days, I am back to health. There was someone who was asking me if I would do a corona test to see if I was sick from that. But the thing is, most of the time when I have a sick from a cold or something like that, I don't have a fever, which is normally for me these times. For that rarely I do have fever. Most of the times I do have the feeling that I have a cold, but except that I don't have a fever, which rarely for me though. But otherwise, if I would do a corona test, well, let's say if I would do that, I would have to pay it for myself, and it is quite expensive. And but my symptoms were only a sore throat and some feeling weak in the body, but nothing is as serious. So nothing to worry about. So what I want to that taken care of. My other update is that I'm going to work on a few stories that I have been put on hold. I recently have been asked to do another love story with Blossom Fort and Shining Armor, which is both our official characters. Yep. And but that story might be put on hold just for a little bit, so until I can take care of some of the stories I have in mind first. Even though there are quite a lot of stories that have been taken care of, I did actually found several good stories. Unfortunately, when some of the stories which has an OC with a canon character, but some of the OCs didn't have any particular name, so I often had to meet up one. So, one of those stories I'm has been currently working on is Microchip with Sightwire. I almost done with it, but it's just one tiny problem. Couldn't find any children to turn together. So, how would I do to take care of that? Well, there is a site where to do Equestria Girls characters, like that. But unfortunately, for some reason, when I get the site, it just loading and loading. Never opens, or never completes. So, who knows? But if that story I want to know will be done for quite some time, so I probably start working on some other stories that I had put on hold, at least for a little bit of while. But, like I said, the most of the stories that I have found were on Derby Borough, and some were actually just very unique. Some were like this score with Spike or this score with Celestia, which I haven't done. But has been a little bit very unique stories. When I do find some OCs with official characters, I actually normally just looking through, and even the list itself can be from several thousand to several hundred, or the pages can be from, let's say, from 20 to maybe 100 or more. I don't pick every of those stories, or all the couples I found. No. I only decide to pick from ones that I can see a potential in. But it is possible I could actually find use some of the others. But for now, I decided to only be using those that I have found. And for a reason that most of the stories I have found they didn't have any particular children or in it, or it could have been, let's say for example, it would be Lyra with a female mare couple, for example. That would not be any problem. They're gonna just find some children they can adopt, easily take care of. Though there were even some other stories so many of the stories I had in mind to do. But anyways, like I said, bite health, but yeah, that was probably all that I want to say in this particular video. And like I said, it has been a while since I did showing my face. It's not that I had ever a tendency to stop doing it. It just actually never come across my mind. And honestly, I haven't. And there were, for one other thing, for the story that someone had asked me recently with Twilight with Blaze Knight, it was the same person who had asked for Blossom Word and Shining Armor. That story, though, was very different from what I usually do. Normally, the characters would have had been some sort of interaction between early, but since this character was made from the character, since I only had two pictures with Blaze and Twilight together, and since I didn't have Blaze on my own, so I had to be improvise and follow the script for the person had left for to me to say how the story to be going from which direction. So, but I am actually glad that this story ended up is a little bit unusual though. And from other stories that I had made quite back, Peepsqueak with Luna. In the first though, I was very scared that that particular story would have very much negative dislikes. To be honest though, there were normal stories that in the past I had with several hundred dislikes. But that doesn't even stop me to do so, because I took a big gamble on this. If there was a lot of stories that I like, Apple Bloom with Sakura, that was the first one I did take a big gamble, because I didn't know how my subscribers would even react, how they would like a story between a filly who is probably like in her early teens and someone who's in her late 20s. I don't know. But that story took actually very acceptance from all my audience, and then I decided to take with Peepsqueak and Luna. And there's going to be the third one, Luna with Snowdrop. All I can say is that Snowdrop is my fan-made character. And there is actually a video where Luna and Snowdrop did actually interacted. In fact, I even did a true friend story with Luna and Snowdrop. So I thought maybe doing it as a love story. But you may ask, how? If that story was going to take place in the modern times, like in the last season, like season 9, how would that be made possible if Snowdrop lived like 1,000 years ago? Would that make Luna travel back in time to bring her to the future? No. I had something else in mind. But I won't go into much details in that. No. Because if I do that, it was spoilers alert. But yeah, but that's actually a quite interesting idea I had when I first saw as potential for the love story. But like I said, it's that. And for the reason most of the stories that I have worked on is from Travis Bell's list of requests is all audio. And one of his requests were Fluttershy and Twilight as question girls. And sure, I can do that. I mean, I see a lot of potential in that. But instead as an audio, I decided to make it with text and music. And I did find a perfect picture for a part of the storyline. But I won't reveal any details. And I cannot even say how long this particular video will be. It could be from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, or perhaps even an hour long. But I don't know if yet. I even have started working on it. I just wait to see when I can start. I hopefully soon enough. I mean, that story would be awesome. I hope so. Anyways though, this is all I want to take your time for this particular video. And like I said, keep up with watching in future for my future stories that I have planned. But yeah, probably I have to say for much for now, since I've been doing this for 10 minutes now. So, but yeah, that was all I want to say now. So subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is SwitchW, over and out.